Baltistan is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my life. It's got some wonderful nature and possibilities for tourism. Is definitely one of the most beautiful parts of the entire Skardu Valley. Scenery and parks and um, generally just a feeling of being in contact with nature. There are very, very few other places. They have a very proud culture, a culture that dates back a very, very long time, a very unique.
अस्सलाम नाजरीन और GB टू न्यूज़ के साथ मैं हूं नजमुद्दीन नैयर और अभी इस वक्त हमारे साथ कैमरामैन का जो फ़राइज़ अंजाम दे रहे हैं खालिद हमीद शिगरी। तो आज हम आए हुए हैं हसूबी बाग। तो यकीनन गिलगित बल्तिस्तान के अंदर बहुत सारे ऐसे सयाती मकामात हैं जहां पर लोगों को घूमने के लिए बहुत सारे ऐसे जगह हैं, लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली हम लोग यहां पर नहीं आते। तो आप लोग भी यहां आएँ, विज़िट करें और यहाँ के जो नेचर हैं उनको फ़ील करें, क्योंकि हम दिन वक्त काम में मशगूल रहने की वजह से एक तो हम डिप्रेशन का शिकार होते हैं। तो अल्लाह ताला ने जो नेचर बनाए हुए हैं वो हमारे लिए है। तो आप लोग भी आए यहाँ विज़िट करें। तो हमारे साथ कुछ एक फ़ॉरेन कंट्री से भी है कि यहाँ पर से आए हुए हैं, तो हम उनसे जानते हैं कि बल्तिस्तान के हवाले से उनका ओपिनियन क्या है, स्पेशली शिगर के हवाले से वो क्या कहना चाहेंगे। तो अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर।
Alaikum salam.
Sir, welcome to Baltistan. So tell me about Baltistan, sir.
Baltistan is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my life. It's got some wonderful nature and possibilities for tourism that very, very few countries and places in the world can have. It's got definitely a lot of potential, lacks still a little bit of infrastructure, and I hope that obviously these issues will be sorted out as soon as possible, because definitely this is an absolutely gorgeous place, and I'm happy to have come here. I'll definitely never forget it and never regret it.
Sir, what about tell you, sir, in Shigar region, sir, Shigar Valley?
Shigar is definitely one of the most beautiful parts of the entire Skardu Valley. There is scenery and parks and generally just a feeling of being in contact with nature that very, very few other places in Europe or in North America can offer. So you really feel like you are almost like on the roof of the world, to be honest. And it's something that, like I said, very, very few places can have. So it's got a lot of culture. It's got a very, very long history dating back millennia. And I can definitely see from the local people that they proudly carry on their traditions and cultures and music. And I hope that will continue this way, because keeping this unique place and this unique culture is fundamental to making sure that it will remain special.
Sir, please can you tell me about peoples as well as our Gilgit Baltistan traditional, sir?
Definitely some of the friendliest and most welcoming people in the world. Definitely. Like I said, they have a very proud culture, a culture that dates back a very, very long time, a very unique form of culture that I hope that despite the pressures of the modern world will never be lost in full. That doesn't mean that people should not really advocate modernity, because modernity is inevitable in every part of the world, but that you will do so, you will embrace it in a way as to preserve, anyway, elements of your culture, your unique culture that you cannot find anywhere else.
Sir, please can you share me about the University of Baltistan students, sir?
The University of Baltistan is still growing. It's got, like I said, like with your wonderful professor here, it's got a lot of potential. Still has some issues in terms of infrastructures, especially when it comes to electricity, but you're building a new campus and the direction is only the positive one. It's small, but I myself graduated in a small university in Italy, and I can definitely tell you that with time and efforts, the university is only bound to grow bigger and better. So definitely it's good that it was started. It's good that it's progressing. Still has some issues, but like I said many times, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Sir, what is your suggestion for GB government to improve our tourism field, sir?
Using more of social media, having a broader reach. I've noticed that still not enough people speak fluent English, and English is an excellent medium of reaching out to the rest of the world. Because if the languages are just remain, most of the people remain still stuck with local languages, they will not be able to communicate, even with the benefit of modernity, because social media allows you to have a reach that you could not have 30 years ago, 50 years ago, with just the radio, with just, for instance, letters sent here and there. Now you can, for instance, produce a video, and somebody in Canada or in Italy or in Australia can see it. But if you're just seeing it in Urdu or in Balti, nobody will be able to understand it except people of Balti or Urdu descent. So it's important to increase the knowledge of English locally so that more people can do it, and the ability of using more of social media in a way that you can reach out to the rest of the world.
Sir, how many places you are visited in Baltistan region, sir?
At the moment, this is the first one, the Skardu Valley. So I'm hoping to see more, for instance, the Tosai Plains and possibly other valleys here and there. So it's definitely, I've been here for just less than 4 days. So with a little bit of time, I will be able to explore more of these ones in the coming weeks.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir, for your feedbacks and suggestion for improving our Baltistan, sir.
Not a problem. It's been my pleasure speaking to you. Really.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
मज़ीद अपडेट्स के लिए GB True News HT यूट्यूब चैनल को लाइक करें, सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन पर ज़रूर क्लिक करें ताकि हमारी सारी वीडियोस आप लोगों को बर वक्त मिल सकें।